God, that's very loud. Champions, champions, away, away, away.
Hello, good evening and welcome to the Fatback 4 Daily. Do not adjust your screen. Liverpool are champions of England for the 19th time and everybody else can literally go fuck themselves. Liverpool tonight, after Man City had defeat at Chelsea, are now the champions of England. Jurgen Klopp is crying on TV. Kenny Dalglish is sitting there with the best folded fucking scarf I have ever seen. Graham Souness is in disbelief, and all I want is Gary Neville's opinion on it all. I'm joined at the moment by Phil, by Stroh, by Keith, by Andy, and by Garbreen and his young daughter by the looks of it. And everyone's welcome. Bring all your family in, put them all around the telly, whatever, all around the camera. Do whatever you like. Andy, I'm going to come to you first. I described it as giddy last night. Tonight I'm going to probably describe it as delirious because 5 minutes before we done this, you lost all your drink in a room. You've lost all your drink.
All the emotions tonight, Gav. I'm meant to be crying my head off. I'm meant to be getting lost in my house and couldn't find me drink. I'm elated. It's waited so long. Up their heads. I can't believe it. Finally did it.
It is unbelievable. I usually tell you at the start of this show what it's sponsored by. I usually tell you to retweet and do all that. I'm not going to tell you to do anything. Do what you like. Just it's a free for all tonight. Gar, in your house, a lot of excitement because I know in mine we are watching Man City and I was thinking even with 10 men they're going to do something here, and my wife just kept going, that's a lovely jersey, isn't it? Gar, what was it like for you watching it?
Oh, do you know what, Gavin? Still in disbelief. Do you know, I can't believe they folded. She was there with the. That's a nice jersey, but no, we're delighted and we're all ecstatic here, as I'm sure the rest of you are.
Yeah, Liam Morrissey said he's crying because he's just seen Klopp crying. There was a tear in Klopp's eye. There definitely was. Phil Casey, the man that likes nobody, doesn't worry about anyone, hates football, and will probably just give it up now, even though he's gone back playing over 35s on a Tuesday. How are you feeling?
I feel like I'm back in the 90s, Gav. I've let my hair grow because of lockdown. I've got my hair back from when I was in the 90s. It's great. And the only thing I could think of at half time when Lovren was tweeting out saying 45 minutes and 10 minutes, all I kept thinking of was 2015.
Yeah.
I can feel my face when I'm with you, Dejan Lovren. Dejan Lovren.
You're gonna miss him when he goes.
I'm not gonna miss anyone. These lads are the greatest lads we've ever seen, ever in the history of football. There isn't a better English. Like whatever goes on from now on, it doesn't make a difference. This is the greatest single season by any English football team ever seen. To win the league 8 games out or 7 games out, whatever it is different gravy. And for me to even praise any team praise a Liverpool team like this, I've been waiting 30 years, man. The last time we won this was May 1990. I thought football was just about Liverpool winning league titles, and it's taken us 30 years to win it again. And that's it's mad.
And Phil, can I ask you something? Because one of the best pieces of podcasting I've ever seen or listened to was when you had an absolute breakdown in around 2018 about John Barnes not bringing it in the corner against Arsenal in May 1989. Does this wipe that out for you now?
Yeah, I also believed for like 30 years, until tonight, I believed that I was the singular cause of us never winning the league from that time on, right? Because I remember that game against Arsenal where we lost the league title in '89. I was at St. John's Ambulance meeting that night because I was in the St. John's Ambulance, right? And I was going up there and came back to see us, like, because at that stage everyone said we could lose 2-0 and still win the league. It was grand, right? No, sorry, we could lose 1-0 and still win the league. It was grand. So I remember coming back to my nanny's house, and I walked in the door literally when Arsenal scored the second goal, and I remember crying that night as a 12-year-old, right, and just being broken. remember saying, look, if we could just win the league next year, I don't care if we never win the league again, just once we come back and win it next year, because I can't deal with going into school on Monday and facing all the United fans that were there, because all the slagging I was going to get, because there was no such thing as an Arsenal fan or a Chelsea fan or an Everton fan or anything back then. It was just Liverpool United fans, and that was just it. And like, to be honest, they don't exist even now, but like, to be fair, I was convinced. Like, the last game I watched in Anfield was Liverpool playing Aston Villa, and front three that day was Benny Aquilar-Kauningovic, Balotelli, and some stick pole thing that was stick. I said, we lost 100-0 that day, and I said, I'm never going back until we win the league. And I'm going back next season. Experience. Can't wait. Yeah. Can't wait to go back.
There's loads of comments coming in. I will flash them up on the screen, and I'll try read out as many as I possibly can. Mick says, I honestly thought after next season I'd never see us win it. Thank the Lord for Jurgen Klopp. I know Chris Brack is already down the bottle of champagne. The Jemison is flown on Barry Carr's gaff. Dylan O'Rourke doesn't even drink, but he might start. Look at it, just go for it, my man. Stroh, I'm going to come to you next because you're a massive Liverpool fan. You were due to be on a different show tonight, but we said, look, that's going in the bin. If Chelsea do the job tonight, and it's in the bin till next week. We promise we'll have you back on next week when things calm down and we're all a bit sober. But when I got you on here tonight, you said, just give me a minute. I'm on the phone to my dad. You're in Manchester, and you know, massive Liverpool fan. What does this mean to you?
Fucking everything. Like, I grew up in a time, obviously this is the first time I've ever seen Liverpool win the league. I grew up in Manchester at a time when it was just dominated by United and Fergie, and literally my high school, you could throw a rock and you could hit Old Trafford. That's how close it was. You can imagine the kind of shit that I was getting from United fans. So yeah, they can go suck one now. This is honestly, literally rang my dad as soon as I got off the foot, or as soon as there was about 2-3 minutes left, and I knew that it was it regardless. I had a bit of a cry to him, went and woke my daughter up, give her a quick hug, and yeah, it's absolutely everything. Like, it gets to the point when you look at 08-09, 13-14 and last season, where I just look and I just think, is it actually ever going to happen? Am I ever going to see Liverpool win the league? And to be sat here now, it's just like, I'm overwhelmed.
It is a bit overwhelming. Barry Carr says Jordan Henderson is the Premier League winning captain.
Great show, that.
Muchoi G says, and thanks for joining us, celebrating in Nairobi, Kenya. You'll never walk alone. It's going off everywhere. It's going off everywhere. Apparently Anfield is rammed, says Avo. There's pyro everywhere. And so be it. So be it. Keith, I'm going to come to you next as we watch Jamie Carragher and Jordan Henderson on Sky Sports. I can't hire it up because we'll get done for copyright and all that messing. And it's just annoying when they give out to us. And it's quite often they give out to us, just to let you know that. Like, just to let anyone know, we start putting all the goals up on Twitter for some reason yesterday, and I'm absolutely amazed Twitter haven't shut us down for it, because they usually do. But Keith, you know, the emotion seems the same here. It's a bit surreal, isn't it? Because let's be honest, Liverpool have beat 31 games, won 28, drew 2, lost 1. They've been by far and away the best side in England. Since day 2, they're top of the league. Since week 2, they're top of the league, Keith. And we had got a 3-month break, and there was a lot of if, buts, and maybes going on. But once everything was, you were told football was coming back, you knew what Liverpool were going to do. They were going to go and win the title. And you've had loads of run up to this, Keith. But I can guarantee you, I'm nearly sure that when that final whistle went to Stamford Bridge and Liverpool were confirmed as champions, it's a little bit of an out-of-body experience, isn't it?
Do you know what? It's so emotional. You do feel like a bit of a gobshite, but the sort of emotion that just runs through you, that they've done that they've lifted that 30 years of shy off our shoulders, it's hard to put into words. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just so surreal, as you said, to be sitting here as the champs. I didn't expect it, to be honest. As much as Chelsea are a good team, I thought City would have just done it and prolonged it. And I saw their team tonight, and I thought, no, it's a good team. He has it, a strong team. And as it went on, it just got closer and closer. Your hopes are building. City equalise. It's like, all right, these will go on and win it. Then the penalty happens, and then the Nares are shot to shy. It was just nail biting for them few minutes. And then since the final whistle, just been going around in the haze. Like, I've never experienced that like it. We've been out for Champions League finals. We've been out in FA Cup finals on the beer, having sessions. And I've never felt like this. I've never been this sort of emotionally wiped out Do you know what I mean? And I'm just sitting in my gaff doing a podcast. I'm absolutely blitzed.
Yeah, I apologise for making...
That's a champ gin.
Yeah.
Champ gin and tonic there, Gav. Made for the champions of the world, of Europe, and of
She'll
England.
appreciate it.
Right, the champions of the world. Of
And
the whole
champions
universe.
We're also champions of VAR, champions of rule changes, champions of the handball, champions of the penalty taken, the penalty things that you get given.
If we're champions, is the plural of asterix asteroi? You know the way the octopus.
No, you have to go asterixes.
Nah,
you do. It's definitely asterixics. Whatever way you want to say it. Who's going to pull you up about it? You know, I would have loved an asterisk. I'm being honest with you. I think I would have loved well.
You're going to get one. You're going to get 5 subs and water breaks.
Yeah, Sky Sports, when the final whistle went, your man commentating on it, or not Sky Sports, was it, or BT, said, there's a massive asterisk beside it because the season broke down, but you can't take that away from Liverpool.
There's actually no asterisk beside it because all games will be completed. Let me see.
Lads, there's no asterisks. We've had just as many injuries as others have had. We've a keeper out for a month.
Jamie Carragher's now on Sky Sports, letting off bottles of champagne. It's all going off. Apparently, all the lads are singing together on BT, says Jonathan. It's Maverick just says champions. Listen, just while I think of it, all the people that are in this chat, there's a lot of regulars that have been with us since we started this. Both listening on download and watching on YouTube and Periscope and everything else. So this is all we use as well. It's been a brilliant journey, and when I see the likes of Maverick and I see Mick and Chris, and there's loads of different names, and they've all been on nearly every night with us that we've been on, because me being like a lunatic just comes on every night. I'm not even contracted to come on every night, but I just keep doing it. I don't know what's wrong.
Gav, can I just say, and Andy, it probably comes from you as well, not just for the guys who come on every night, but for every single person that's going to listen to this on a podcast. Since 2013 we've been doing this, right? 2013-14 we almost won the league. We were in Liverpool on the last day of the season, hoping that we had got a miracle. When we were up against Manchester City. We go again last year, and we get close, and Manchester City people us. For every single person that's listened to us from day 1, from day 2, from year 3, from year 4, from year 5, and has joined in along the way and has stopped listening to us and hate us, this is all for you, except for
loads of them.
Except for the wardrobe brothers. For the lads who still want Sacco to be captain of the club at Alora.
Yeah. And if you're partial to a crayon,
this isn't for
not
you.
for you. No, it's not. You're
gonna be raging. You're gonna be raging.
I feel sorry for people who spent their time slating us online for the last 5-10 years. I feel sorry for you tonight, boys. Because it's not the same. You won't be enjoying it as much as the rest of us who felt their heart, felt how difficult it was. Like from Phil says, back in '89 when we lost out to Arsenal, and all those years. Here we are.
Martinsky 319 says hello from Vancouver. Remember, you'll never walk alone, no matter where you are in the world. We're champions. It's just going off everywhere. Let us know where you are.
Never walk alone.
Yeah,
walk alone when you
Andy, on our knees at one stage, but
on our knees, on our arse,
yeah. But let us know where you're from. If you want to stick your location in beside your comment, absolutely go and do that as well, and we call out all the things that happens. But Jamie Carragher's still on Sky Sports. He has some sort of T-shirt on him that I don't know. He's obviously promoting somebody there. But Borneo Island. Raja is from Borneo Island. Jer Cahill is from Louth. Padraig is from Cork. Listen, I want to have a little word. Gar, I'm going to come to you first on Jurgen Klopp, because Jurgen Klopp arrives, and I'm going to hands up, right? We have a WhatsApp group, and there was a 6-second audio clip that just kept being played in our WhatsApp group for about 3 years, and it's just Jurgen Klopp saying maybe in 4 years we will have one title. He's gone and done it, and he will go down among the greats, Gar, won't he?
Well, unbelievable. He's been unbelievable in fairness, and we had our doubts at times, and we gave out about substitutions, and it was all down to Billvac, lads. Remember that, lads. When the system, everything was gone, and he brought Linders back in, and in fairness, when he brought Linders back in, it's gone uphill ever since, hasn't it? Really, he's signed astutely. He's spent money that obviously we've sold players on. People have never stopped giving out about it. But he's a legend. There's no doubt about it. He's got us to finals. He's now got us the holy grail that we've all craved for many years. Me, Phil, and Andy being the L fellas here, I've craved it for a long time. And
speak for yourself.
Andy just can't get around his head around the fact he's 40.
I'm only a young player.
It's hard. So here's a couple of locations. Barry in the Vale of Glamorgan, Wales. Badger Wolf is from Cork. I seen someone just saying Ballier, and it's gone out my screen, but Ballyfermot. Mick Jones is in Luxembourg. It was Eganito is in Ballier.
What's the Google Maps edition we're doing?
I don't know.
It's just look on the smoky.
It's just Stephen Dunn says, thank you, Redman, for everything. Been listening for years. You're a homesickness cure on Top Reds. Irish live in Germany and now in Netherlands.
Neil Gray is listening in Mountjoy. And we've got loads of lads listening. We've got Stephen Thady not listening in Killiney, and we've got Shawnee listening in a taxi.
Shawnee's in a taxi on his way to a party because he was meant to do the pod and then said fuck off and went to do a party, go for a party in anyway, right?
Paddy Dawson is listening in a nursery trying to pretend he's putting the baby to sleep.
Yeah, that's right. Do you want to hear the baby noises coming out the other night when he was on the pod? It was unbelievable.
Matt's asleep and is not even paying attention to any of this.
Matt is if anyone knows Matt knows that he's gone off the charts. I'd say, Matt. Stro, I'm going to come back to you. I don't know what that music is. I don't know who's playing it. But
Paloma Blanca.
We get done for copyright there as well. Stro,
not voice singer.
Stro, we go on about Jurgen Klopp. Sure, Phil. We go on about Jurgen Klopp, but the players themselves, because there was a bit of an argument on this podcast, I think it was last night, and it was around Mo Salah and Luis Suarez, and all I was saying was I remember Mo Salah more than I remember Luis Suarez. Nothing to do with their ability, but Stroh, all of these players now just go down in history, don't they? They literally are the ones that broke a 30-year hoodoo, and they'll never ever be forgotten for that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's like you look at the past players, like Gerrard's my favourite ever player, but he never unfortunately lifted the Premier League title. So for me, you will always remember Jordan Henderson, and you'll always remember Van Dijk. Even like Carragher was one of my favourite ever players, but you look at this team and what they've done to miss out last season by 1 or 2 points, then to go on and win the Champions League, and then to be so dominant. I mean, we've lost 2 Premier League games in 2 seasons. We've lost 1 this season, drew 2 games and won the rest. Like the teams, it's a joke how good we are, and we're just set up so perfectly for next season. But yeah, this is the best team I've ever seen in my lifetime, hands down. Every single part of it. They're a well-oiled machine. Like they can do everything. They can pressure. They can dominate with possession. They can hit you on the counter attack. They can do absolutely everything. And yeah, rightly so, this team will go down as one of the best teams we've ever had.
Yeah, absolutely. It genuinely will. Andy, as a man that loves a trip to Anfield, and you're so positive. Apart from that period where you refused to acknowledge football and said you hated it during the COVID. What's it going to be like, Andy, to travel to Anfield whenever we get the chance, and knowing you're walking through the door and you're walking in to see the champions?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to soaking it all in every moment, every time I go to Anfield, even through the bad times. I just loved every bit of a step foot in Merseyside, and going to a hotel and meeting the people and going in the cab and having a crack, whether it's a blue or a red on the way to the ground, and going into the Sandon or the Arkles, and just loving the buzz and singing and all, and being with all the fans. But we've experienced it now where we've been over there when we've been European champions and being in the ground singing we're the champions of Europe. Next season we're going to be in Anfield singing we've won the league, we're champions. It's going to be fucking great. I honestly can't wait to step foot in Anfield again. I'm in heat tonight. I don't even know what I'm saying.
No, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Listen, if anybody wants to jump off and let people jump on, just let me know. I'll send a link. I know Dicko's looking to get on, and I need a discussion with him about his lack of belief in Liverpool this year, and the fact that his ma should be disgusted with him about it. But if just let me know if you're dropping off, and I'll absolutely get I'll get Dicko in at some stage. I know he's watching. I'll try sending the link now any second now. But Keith, coming back to you, the young lad beside you, what's the young lad beside you's name?
Zach. Want to say hello, Zach?
Has Zach got any? Can he hear us?
He can hear us, yeah. He has an earpiece in.
Okay, Zach, are you a happy man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your favourite player?
Katie.
Yeah, I'm starting to.
Who? Clinton Murray.
Katie. No worries. I just realised today that there's kids walking.
He's been listening to the wrong pod, lads.
Yeah.
Are you letting him listen to the Anfield Index? Are you?
Oh, stop. But I just realised. I just realised today that we're walking around going 30 years and 30 years that, and like. There's kids just walking around going, no big deal, is it? I'm 5 and we've won it. You know what I mean? I can only remember the last 6 months of my own life anyway, and now we're champions. But it's absolutely unbelievable. Keith, we've talked in Klopp, we've talked to players. The fans I feel a bit sorry for because they're not in a ground. Now they wouldn't have been tonight anyway, okay? But I feel a bit sorry for them, but Liverpool fans, I think, deserve a lot of credit. Although, look, listen, we're having a laugh about this and that. But the fans definitely deserve a lot of credit because it's easy to. It would have been easy, even after Klopp loses the Europa League final or the League Cup final, to go, here, look, this has never happened, and just be all down and out about it and just gloom. But there seems to have something built within the fan base over the last 4 years when Klopp is here, and fans that go week in, week out, or occasionally are just buy merchandise because they can't make it there. Everyone deserves huge credit, don't they? Because let's be honest about it, and Klopp even said it, the fans, he's done it for the fans because they deserve it, and they've been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the thing about Liverpool and Klopp, it's a marriage made in heaven, and the reason it's a marriage made in heaven is because they both sort of live for emotion. You know, Jurgen Klopp feeds on the emotion of the crowd, and Liverpool fans, Liverpool as a club feeds on an emotional messiah figure, you know, and that's Jurgen Klopp. And you know, it's bad that the fans aren't there that the players aren't there to celebrate with the fans. They're not able to have a trophy lift with the fans or whatever. I don't know what they'd be planning. I'm sure they'd be planning something. But look, we're all celebrating. We're all happy tonight. Fans are going to be going mental everywhere. You just will take it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't let it, get me too down. But yeah, if you're there in every game and you're going to all the matches and you're supporting every way you can, and to miss out on this moment, if you've, people that were there 30 years ago and would have loved to be there, a great story to tell and all that, they're there 30 years later when we won it. But we just have to take it in whatever way we get it. I mean, the fans will get over it. Do you know what I mean? I'm over the fact that we won it behind closed doors. I'm over the fact that we won it without being on the pitch. We won it. That's the important thing. That's all.
The way I look at it is, it's better than winning it while you're in solitary in prison.
Yeah,
because you wouldn't have seen it. That's the way I look at it.
There you go.
That's about it.
You know what I mean? That's about it. Andy's got. I think Andy's going to jump off and Dicko's. Yeah, well, Phil is jumping off.
Come here to me. I just want to say one thing. There's about 25,000 fans outside Anfield at the moment. They're letting off fireworks.
Protest, is it?
No, they're putting down the statue.
It's an FSG outfit protest or something.
No,
okay.
They're putting down the statue of Bob Paisley at the moment, right, and Bob Shankly and Evelyn Hughes, and they're sticking up a statue of Virgil van Dijk with Lover on his back because that's who he's been carrying across the road for the last 3 years. And then they're going to replace the captain's statue at the other end of the pitch as well. They're opening up the new gates, the Klopp gates. They haven't built a stand for it yet, but they're putting the Klopp gates up there as well with a hat.
Good to know.
It's great.
And that's and that's Phil Casey reporting live from Donnybrook. We're in link.
I'll stay on with Dicko.
Okay,
you stay on there, Andy, with your illegal
anyone
haircut.
Anyone else wants to hop off?
The only man with your illegal haircut and your barbecue sausage finger, right? I'm gone.
I cut this
later.
Bye. Jason O'Reilly says, unreal lads, he's missing his family in Ireland at the moment and he's in tears. Oh, it's off the wall. It's absolutely off the wall.
Jason, just go out wherever you are in the world. Just run out on the road in your nip, be grand.
Yeah. We fully endorse that all the time. Just running around. As Sonic Brother says, all the beaches are full, so why not let air crowds gather? Yeah, it's a fair point. And he also reckons we're 100 points plus is incoming. Before we get Dicko on and we give out to him and report him to his ma, which is definitely going to happen. I will give out to Dicko. Dicko's lack of belief in this team this year has been atrocious. Okay, 25 points clear, and he was going, well, but what happens if? And Ma Dicko will be absolutely off the wall about it, and I'm going to let her know. She follows us on Facebook.
Gav, listen. In January when we are flying, we were worried about a world war. Genuinely, we were worried about a world war. That was possible. And then out of nowhere, we had a pandemic. Come on, that can only happen in a season with Liverpool involved at the very, very top. And the only thing that saved us is the money in the game. It's the only thing that saved us. Otherwise, we
probably. But you see, you have to remember Bruce Grobbelaar pissed on that post to undo the hoodoo. So I don't think no matter what was happening in the world, it wasn't stopping us. Because let's be honest about it, like you can throw world wars at me and you can throw pandemics and I don't know, the buses aren't running, whatever's going on, right? But Bruce Grobbelaar didn't piss on the post for 30 years and we couldn't win it. And then he takes a piss in the summer there and we won it. Like, listen, it's simple facts, Andy. You know what I mean?
Shame
simple.
On Bruce Grobbelaar.
You know what I mean? Yeah, well, like I have a love-hate relationship with Bruce Grobbelaar. He doesn't even know me, but that's the relationship I have. We're waiting on Dicko to come in, but Andy, my wife said to me, "Are you doing a reaction show?" I said, "Yeah," and I said it to you and Phil earlier. I said, "I'll do one tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after. I'll do as many as you want."
Listen, Gav, I'm prepared to stay alive all night if you want.
Stay alive? Why, are you going to die then after that?
Stay alive.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I thought you were in.
All nighter. Me, you, whoever wants it, we'll stay alive.
Oh, look who it is!
There's Shawnee Lawson now.
Go on then, lads.
Where are you, Shawnee?
Yes, in there. Up in the brother shop on the Champers.
Good man.
Really.
Which one of the lovely Lawsons is with you?
On the steps in Powers Court tomorrow about 1 o'clock.
Okay. No worries, man.
Lads, what a feeling.
Go on.
Oh, we're live on YouTube. I can't say fucker bugger.
No.
What's the story? Shawnee has Kenny's microphone.
Yeah.
Right, they're happy. They're having bottles of loads of different stuff, but we let them go because. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. Exactly, Shawnee. And remember, Shawnee, YMCA. Right, here we go. Dicko.
Hey!
There's Dicko now. Dicko. Right, Dicko. I think it's disgusting that you're even celebrating this title win, to be honest with you, after your lack of a belief in the club over the last 12 months.
My bottle of gone, even as recent as like Tuesday, my bottle.
Yeah. And did your ma give out to you?
No, I kept it all very hush hush. I've kept a different side with me, ma. I've been, you know, quite cool, but now, like, you know, these last few days and these last few hours have just been unbelievable.
Haven't they?
All them games, all them grounds, all them years, all them disappointments, you know, even all them trophies, but this is the one.
This is the one. And do you mind telling us the text you got off your mother earlier on when Chelsea were winning 1-0?
Yeah, the fireworks were going, the car horns were going, the shouts, the screams, it was all kicking off. So I'd say Liverpool is the place to be on this planet right now.
I'd give anything for 3 bottles of Corona for a tenner in motel right now, would you?
£5 pint.
On a trip to the Kent Wig.
Yeah. And I bring Carl Torley with me because he hates motel, and I just love bringing him there anyway.
Honestly, I'd love to be in Liverpool right now. If I could just swap, 15 minutes and be there, it would make the night. It really would.
It would be absolutely amazing. Dicko, I don't know if you've been watching before you come on, but we've spoken about why not?
Because I was listening to Kenny and Kloppo and.
What did you think of Kenny's scarf?
I think he somehow picked the worst scarf in the world, hasn't he?
Yeah, but it was some knot on it, wasn't it?
You might as well have had an Everton scarf on for me.
And then he was having a break. He was having technical issues, should we say, because his phone kept beeping. And he'd a big.
Wheel him back into his room.
Look at Kenny's gaff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He certainly took the name, King to fucking Who has a big, huge unit like that in their house?
You have got one, I'd say, notions.
Would you look at that? Look at that fucking unit he has in his gaff.
I guarantee you now, you're at the scene that, and I guarantee you're going out to look for one of them tomorrow.
Well, if I could get one, I would.
I'd say Brenda will come home during the week, right, and you're at the bricking up one of the windows to make room for something like that.
Well, him and his gaff says to him, "Here, Kenny, just sit down there in front of that big, huge unit we have." The one.
I'd love that to open up, and I'd love that to open up and be like, a big, massive organ you see in the churches, and his wife starts playing "You Never Walk Alone" on the organ. It'd be fucking amazing. But yeah, here we are, Liverpool are champions, and we're just talking about sideboards. Yeah, go on.
What would you say is in there? Honestly,
I'd say he has pot noodles and all in there.
Is that Kenny's pantry?
If that's it, come here. It just looked. See the way there's a ledge on it. I'd say that flips open and he's just banging out the tunes.
Look at the drawers.
What?
The little drawers.
Yeah, they're lovely. You're definitely breaking up one of your windows. I'm telling you. Where do you see? Sonic Brother says, and I think that might be Peter. He says Anfield is like downtown Bogota at the minute. Anfield going mental on TV, says David Reese. Where? Oh, I can see it now. I can see it now.
Absolutely bonkers at Anfield.
And you know what? Anybody that has a go or anybody doing that tonight can fuck off, and I mean that. Right, because when it's 16 degrees out and you're wandering around the fucking beach because you think it's your right to during the pandemic, you can't have a go at people doing that. You just can't. It's just.
There's gotta be a reaction to it, but I mean, I don't know. This being a long time coming, I just feel like we're all in a bit of a bubble at the moment, and this is just our time, and yeah,
it's unbelievable. I don't know where to go with this. I'm a half an hour in now, and I don't know where to go with it because, to be honest with you, I don't think any of us are talking any sense.
No, we're not. No, but sure, who in the world is talking sense at the moment?
Exactly.
Fucking Phil Thompson, they don't know what they're even saying on Sky tonight. They're just sitting there at swimming pools and big, huge, massive cabinets and shit. Does it really matter what people like? We're not here to recreate the world tonight and come up with solutions.
Do you reckon, right? And don't tell anybody about this, right? But don't tell anyone. There's loads of people watching, but don't tell them, right? Do you reckon if we got a T-shirt made up, right, of that cabinet with the Premier League title sitting on it, it'd be a good seller?
Yeah, I mean,
I think we'd whopper.
I'm sure there's a Twitter account already, Kenny's Cabinet.
Kenny's Cabinet. Kenny's Cabinet. And then the first tweet is just the first tweet would be like, someone just opened me drawers there, looking for the scissors.
I'd say there's been a company registered in Liverpool tonight called Kenny's Cabinet Makers.
Kenny's Cabinets.
Andy Moyes just found it. It's called Kenny's Custom Cabinets.
No way. Kenny's Custom Cabinets. Unbelievable.
Nearly spilled the champagne.
There you go. Yeah, I'm kind of catching what's going on, but I'll probably go and just sit down now for a half an hour and take all this in, and then when 12 o'clock comes and they bring everything back out on Sky.
Isn't it brilliant that after that masterclass performance last night, and then City to blow it, what a performance last night to come into tonight. Obviously win it on, to be honest with you. If you had won after the weekend, it wouldn't have been as nice. But last night was absolutely each one of them players, everyone, that intensity put in last night after the big break and no injuries coming out of it is absolutely off the wall. What a performance tonight.
It's just and like, look, I'm not City were unfortunate. City were unfortunate tonight in certain ways. I thought they were very, very good tonight overall. But I said it last night, they don't have what this Liverpool side has. And what I mean by that is, people that say, oh, they went this and they done that. Listen, I tell you, Liverpool put it right up to them last season, and they done very well. But they were never going to react well to that. And I mean that, because they're not good at setbacks, right? And if you look at the Champions League, there's been setback after setback after setback in the Champions League, and they've never reacted to it. Never. Right, and when the league came around, they walked it with 100, and okay, they done well on 80 or 98 points, but they knew it was being put up to them, and they were never going to come back to that. They were never going to do it, because they haven't got what Liverpool have. They haven't got the togetherness. They haven't got the understanding. They have a load of players there that I'd say the majority are team players and are pulling in the right direction. But if there's 1, 2 or 3 of them not pulling in the right direction, that's what gives Liverpool the advantage. And they can spend all they want, but this is not me putting out that or promoting Liverpool signing nobody in the summer, but Liverpool going into next year, always remember, you can sign whoever you want, but when you have what Liverpool Football Club have at the minute, it's absolutely priced. Club. I don't know what they are. Liverpool Football Club and Athletic Grounds, right? When you have what they have, it's priceless. It's absolutely priceless, and that's the only kind of serious thing I'm going to say tonight, because I feel it needs to be said.
Right. There was a bit of the Kevin Keegans about that little rant there, Gav.
I know, yeah. And do you remember the time you put my face on Kevin Keegan's head?
Come here, what's the story? Where does Souness live? Because he's got aircraft beacons that are lower than where he is.
Yeah. He must be. I'd say he was coming out. He was heading out of Heathrow on holiday, and the lockdown came, and he just said, "Listen, up onto the roof. There's a tent." Yeah. I think that's what it is.
It must be fairly high up if there's aircraft beacons below.
Anto G reckons that Kenny is probably freezing in his castle with that scarf.
Alex Ferguson told that scarf for him.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to jump off.
Yep, walk away. Straw, we will talk to you during the week, man. Go and enjoy the rest of the night, and we'll definitely do that. We'll definitely do that binned podcast at some stage, but it was binned for a very, very good reason.
And go celebrate.
Yep.
Take care, man.
Be good, my man. Be good.
See you later, mate.
Now, I don't know, lads. I don't know where to go from here. I'm not even going to release this as an audio podcast because I couldn't be arsed now. I really can't.
You know what? Like, moving on to the next week, like, I really want to see us put, 2 or 3 past City next week and actually ram this home. Just in terms of building towards next season, because let's face it, that's where we are now. We're building towards next season, and this manager will do everything now that is designed to us getting off to a fast start. But at the same time, I think he will just want to rub it in City's faces next week.
Yeah.
I really do.
And as much as nice as he is, Dicko, he's ruthless.
Absolutely.
He is ruthless.
Absolutely.
Can't get there without being that ruthless. He can't be the top manager he is without being an absolute hard bastard.
Yeah.
And I don't think he does it in a snide way, but I also don't think he does it in a outwardly sort of cruel way. He has this magical balance between the two for me that it must be. It's so rare to find. I think it really is.
We never see it, right? We never see it again. The no mercy whatsoever, and there's not a touch of arrogance about him. You see him there when he was speaking to Kenny Dalglish, he was speaking to Souness. He was so happy, and he was crying and everything. Like, I mean, other people like Jose, they want to create their own dynasty. They want to be seen above all the rest, but he still feels like he looks up to them. Yeah. Like he said at the start, he couldn't believe. He couldn't believe what he's achieved here, to come into Liverpool and to bring them back to where they belong. That he didn't believe that he could do that himself, and that just shows such humility. He's unbelievable, and there's so many people that have touched Liverpool Football Club that we'll never see the likes of again. And he's up there with the best of them all.
Okay.
He didn't really inherit anything, did he? Let's face it.
No.
He didn't inherit anything.
No, but you see, the big thing for me to come out with that interview with Klopp was, you can say he's ruthless and he is, and you can say he's humble and he is, But when he's actually sitting there listening to Kenny Dalglish tell him congratulations, I think it gets him big time.
Oh yeah,
Because that's how the esteem Dalglish is held in, and I think that's the respect Jurgen Klopp has for not only the club but people like Kenny Dalglish. You could see it as soon as Dalglish starts saying to him, "Well done, you've been brilliant, you've been amazing. This is what you've done. This is what you've done." And you look at me cabinet. You could see Klopp getting emotional, you know, the kind of way. So I think that's an absolute sign of the man. Gar has messaged me to say that Moya wants to ask a question. You walk away.
No, she wants you to ask her a question.
Oh, ask you a question. Okay, yeah. All right. Here's a question for you. Liverpool have won the league title, okay, for the first time in 30 years. How long do you think before they win it again?
A year.
A year. She's on. Phil Casey's getting the P45 later on because that's the attitude we need.
I honestly think we can do this for 3 years in the trot, just looking at what's around us.
I wouldn't argue with that.
It's a good point.
Klopp makes he made the point there when he was being interviewed that these lads have got at least another 2-3 years in them. As a collective now, we don't need to. I know fans lose their minds about signings in players coming in, players going out. I'd be quite happy in some respects if all we do is send Eggsy out and that's it. That improves us.
Danny Emery says if Fernandes can get on the team of the year after 5 games, there's still time for Nico Williams to get young player of the year. I think that's a great show. But listen, before we go, I don't know whether you agree with this, but this was the last stick that he had to beat us with.
Yeah,
everybody. It was the last stick to beat us with, and it's gone now. I don't know where we go from here. Darren Holdham wants Noel Gallagher at the front of the Guard of Honour. Do you know what? Do you know what we do, right? If you were to let City off, right? So there's 5 of us here, right? 6 of us, but Gar can team up with Moya, right? So if we were to remove the Man City team from giving us a Guard of Honour, you all have one person that you can pick. Before we go, you can have one person you can pick to be on that Guard of Honour. So Keith, I'm going to start with you. Who would you like?
Karen Brady.
Oh, what a show. Andy?
Fergie.
Okay. Dicko?
Can we have one alive and one dead?
No, I said one each. Unless they're twins, you can have them.
Okay. Duncan Ferguson.
Okay. Gar and Moya, I'll give you one each. Go on.
There you go. You go first. Well, I'm going to go Gary Neville. Gary Neville.
Okay. What's Moya going with?
Martin Tyler.
Oh, that was my shout. Martin Tyler was my shout. So let me recap. We've Karen Brady. We have Martin Tyler, Gary Neville, Duncan Ferguson. Who did you have, Andy? Fergie. So I have one more to pick. I will have. No, Gallagher's not a bad show. No, Gallagher's. But I'm trying to think of Matt Letizia, please.
Yeah,
Matt Letizia, because I've watched for years and years that prick on Sky Sports News doing Soccer Saturday and being so deflated when Liverpool score and literally jumping over the desk when they concede. So Matt Letizia for me, please. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Somebody wants Keith. Owen Burke wants Keith to get the tin whistle out and play us a tune.
I'm getting good on it. I'm not going to lie.
Go on, get it.
Practicing, are you?
Go on, go and get it. Go and get your tin whistle. We'll play us out with a tin whistle. One of the highlights of the season. Above any football related stuff this season, Keith playing the team tune to EastEnders on the tin whistle one night on this podcast was absolutely off the charts. And if you're not watching for any other reason, you should be watching for that. Look, he's after making his kids go and get the tin whistle to shine it up. It's absolutely unbelievable. Andy, what would you give to be in Liverpool right now?
I'd just love to be over there. I mean, I'm looking at the pics here of all the fireworks and the pyro and smoke bombs and everything. They can't even get a firework that goes higher than the main stand. But they've got replica trophies, so it just made me think the cabinet at the moment with the Premier League trophy, Champions League, World Club Champions.
for the whole of July.
I don't know. Will we ever see it again? But
I hope they null and void the Champions League now.
Champion in that one. Big into that.
Yeah. If they null and void football now, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be too harsh, to be honest with you. Keith, are you ready to play us out with the tin whistle?
Give me a sec.
What are you doing? Getting the notes up on the screen?
I'm yeah.
Okay.
He reads music as well. Wow. Exactly.
I was going to try and do We Are the Champions, but no, I can't get it up. So
just do EastEnders, will you?
I have to say, Diggo looked like a Renaissance artist with that beard.
Yeah.
I want to get some beard trims today.
Oh yes,
there we go.
Deadly.
No, I can't tell EastEnders. We're gonna go.
Go on, name that tune.
Can you play Brookside?
No, we should learn that off Red, shouldn't we?
Very good.
Oh, yes, look at that.
The concentration on his face is amazing.
This is gonna now and lash me out.
I just say
complaining now.
This is what sets us apart. When everybody else is showing videos and interviewing past legends, we have a fella in town playing the tin whistle. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely. I tell you, you're great. Fair play to you. That's a great point you've made, and I think you're absolutely brilliant. So, lads, final words. Dicko, what would you like to say before we go?
I just can't wait now to see Hendo lift that trophy. You know what I mean? I know it's a shame it's going to be in an empty stadium. I'm kind of hoping that the club. I've got this weird feeling that they might try and sneak a few season ticket holders in and on the next couple of weeks. I'm praying that happens. But if it doesn't,
well, I believe Darragh Fahy has his name on them tickets, isn't he? He's due there next. But this is what you were hoping for now, is it?
That's my dream now, that they do some kind of ballot, and I might get in that stadium in a few weeks' time. Yeah.
All right, okay. What you need to do is you need to start following SOS on Twitter and telling them that they're great, and they'll get you in. No problem. Yeah. Andy, last words before we go, please.
Yeah, look, the way it's come, it's not ideal because we've won it with no fans off the pitch and no fans on grounds. But we've so much to look forward to now. The club are going to be setting dates for all sorts now. Like, they're going to be setting dates for a bus going around the city that we'd be able to all go.
The waiting list for the cabinet.
We'd be able to, look, there's going to be so much to come with this league title, and when everybody's allowed back in the streets again, all that's going to be happening. And it's just the beginning. Next season when we win it, there's going to be fans on the ground, and we'll do it on the pitch then. So look, there's a lot to come. There's a lot to come for this. It's the most exciting time of your life now to be a Liverpool fan, and I hope everyone appreciates that and understands that, because we've waited a long time, especially young people now, like 30 years. The first time I was in Anfield, they were champions, and I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Keith, what have you got to say before we go? And if you say something good, I'll let you off for playing out with the tin whistle.
No, I'm too busy looking for another song to play. But
he's actually been into it. Did anyone notice when his son went to play the tin whistle, he grabbed her up and said, "Here, stop stealing me, please."
It's his whistle. It's his tin whistle.
yeah.
So I've been putting all my efforts into The Bells Are Ringing, and coming along on that one. Coming along on that one. But now look, this is just Andy was spot on there. You can't really put into words what it means to wait 30 years for something like this, and then for it to happen. And how we can't celebrate the way we all want to celebrate it, but it's just great that it's come, and it's it's a monkey off all our backs. Razor done a Facebook Live last night. I know Andy was big into it, and it was absolute top of the chart stuff, and we're all in that boat. We're all going through a list of numbers and names that are going to be getting phone calls over the next few days, so I'm going to put all my efforts into that sort of carry on.
I bought me I bought myself a new phone to do it on. Genuinely. Yeah, my battery wasn't great now on my old phone, so I went in yesterday and bought myself a new one just to make sure I have enough battery to let people know. And then I was thinking of just saying, listen, I don't want congratulations or any comment off any fan of any club anywhere. You can all piss off. Basically, I'm just going to go and enjoy myself. But Gar, your last words.
I'll have to touch on a few things there. Well, I think one thing's coming. We've got to celebrate this with our families. I've a Man United supporting wife in there. That's the love for us all here tonight. Three Scousers versus one United fan. But now, honestly, we're all with our families. You know, we've got to celebrate this. We haven't done it on a match, but listen, that performance last night, as I said, has just put the has just painted everything for us and how good we've been and how good we can go on to be as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I'm keeping an eye on Sky Sports here. John Henry's writing deadly tweets and all. Apparently Linda had a few quid on Chelsea tonight, and she got a new yacht now because a new yacht and a handbag. Apparently, she had a few quid on it, and fair play to her. We all love Linda. Linda's sound, and so is John and all the rest of the lads. FSG in. I think we should definitely be our motto.
Celebrating clean, she's gone from celebrating clean sheets to celebrating a league title.
Yeah,
dirty sheets tonight.
Yeah. Did you have to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's not as bad as the Manchester United fans' sisters. You once said. So listen, we're improving all the time. But listen, Liverpool are champions of England, champions of Europe, champions of the world, and they are the best football side you've ever seen.
It's like a dream, Gav. It's like a dream. I don't know.
It's Jesus, a bit of Martin Luther King in you there. Fair play.
I just feel like it's not happening, to be honest.
Oh no, it is, Andy. I'll be on to you in the morning.
Yeah.
I'll be on to you in the morning.
But listen, been able to claim that, Gav? Has anyone? I don't think so. Have they? All those titles at the same time?
No, I don't think so.
This is
I don't think so.
First, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'd be very surprised if they have, and if they have, sure, that stop going on about history. It's all about now. All right, it's all about now, and we've always been told for years and years, stop living on your history. We don't anymore, lads. We genuinely don't. So listen, we're gonna go. That's been the impromptu champions celebration tonight. I think Nilo and Shawnee will be on tomorrow night, along with Grizz and myself. So that should be interesting. Let's just put it that way. And listen, the biggest shout out to the night goes to Karen Brady, Alex Ferguson, Martin Tyler, Gary Neville, Duncan Ferguson, and Matt Letitia. Up the fucking Reds.